Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Already the first day of March. How did we get here so fast? How have 2 months of a brand new year already passed? It's just crazy about how fast time goes. And I've heard it said many times before, the older you get, the faster time goes. I'm starting to believe that a little bit more because, man alive, it can already be March. But here it is. And the old saying, comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. We can only hope. I think they're predicting some cold weather mid-March, and then maybe hopefully we'll start getting some good spring weather, get some good spring rains. We discussed this morning in our women's Bible study that we really need rain to get the grass to grow, to feed the animals. There are people concerned about not having hay and all of that, and all the things that just tend to stress us out a little bit. So praying for a bountiful spring as far as rain and crops and all of that. So today, again, I'm here by myself. Mike actually is having some test run this afternoon, so he would covet your prayers, I'm sure, as he goes through some testing. Today I'm going to continue in Psalms 37, and I stopped at verse 7 yesterday, so today I'll pick up at verse 8. It says, "Stop your anger, turn from your rage. Do not envy others, it only leads to harm. For the wicked will be destroyed, but those who trust in the Lord will possess the land. In a little while the wicked will disappear. Though you look for them, they will be gone. Those who are gentle and lowly will possess the land, and they will live in prosperous security." That very first stop your anger. It doesn't say that anger is bad, because anger can sometimes propel us to do what needs to be done. It says in your anger, do not sin. So don't let your anger take a hold that causes you to do something sinful. But your anger can be good if it's managed, if it's channeled the right way. You can use anger for good. You can use anger to get you to do the things that you need to do. And it says, turn from your rage. Turn from your rage. Don't let that anger turn into rage that controls you, is what he's trying to say in this verse. Don't let don't let your anger control you to the point that you can't do what God has asked you to do or be the person that God has asked you to be. Do not envy others. That one will step on your toes. That will step on your toes hard, because in the world that we live in today, it's really easy to look around and see, well, they have a nicer car than I do. They have nicer clothes than I do. They have a nicer house than they do. They have a better job than I do. It's so easy to compare ourselves to others. And I learned, and I am still learning, though, that I don't need to compare myself to anybody other than the person I was yesterday. And I just want to be better than that person that I was yesterday. I just want to keep growing and continually moving and allowing the Lord to shape me and make me and mold me and turn me into the person that I need to be for Him. I need to allow Him to change me and grow me, and not my envy for someone else. And envy is I've never been a jealous person, really. I think jealousy is a wasted emotion, because that emotion only hurts you. It doesn't hurt the other person at all. In fact, most people don't even know you're jealous of them until maybe, you say, man, I wish I had your life. And then they kind of chuckle and say, well, let me tell you about my life. It's not always been like this. And so a lot of times we are jealous of something that we don't even have any understanding of how they got there. So envy, jealousy, is not a good, healthy emotion to have. It can damage us. It can harm us. It can damage relationships. Because when you are envious of someone, you don't have a good relationship with them, because you're envious of them. You want what they have. And a lot of times we will do whatever it takes to have what somebody else has. And we just need to be really careful of that, and not allowing envy to take over our life, and allowing envy to change a relationship that could have been such a blessing, such an amazing relationship, if we would not have allowed that emotion to get in our way. But a lot of times we do that, and it's just something that we need to be very cognizant of, and allow the Lord to chip away and to move and to change, because the Lord doesn't want you to be envious of anybody else, because His plan for you is perfection. And you just need to be trusting in him that his plan is better than even that person that you think their life is so great, but you really don't know the backstory. You really don't know the truth about it. Everybody can look at our lives and say, man, you just have the perfect life. And, we don't have that perfect life. A lot of times we pretend that we do, so nobody knows how bad we're hurting, or nobody knows really the devastation that's going on, or what may be going on. But we pretend, and the Lord doesn't want us to pretend either. He wants us to be bold in our witness for him, and bold in what he has done for us. So make sure that you do not envy others. It only leads to harm. And that harm is to you. It's not to the other people. And it could be that harm, because if you get so envious of somebody, you may hurt them, whether it's with a physical assault or whether it's with words. And a lot of times it's just with words. And our words have the power of life and death, and we just don't realize it. We talked about that this morning. I had something spoken over me by someone I respected, and it has harmed me in a way that I should not have allowed it to harm me. But, I considered him to be somebody that was honorable and respectful, and his words hurt. Did he intentionally hurt me? No, he didn't. He probably doesn't even know he hurt me, because I've not said anything, but those words did hurt, and those words still make me continue to wonder whether I am worthy, and that's not healthy. So that's something that I've been working on, and allowing the Lord to show me that I am worthy, and that I do have something to offer, and I am his child, and I will overcome. So do not envy others. It only leads to harm. For the wicked will be destroyed, but those who trust in the Lord will possess the land. Does that mean that he's going to give us everything that we want? No, it does not mean. It means if we will trust in him, he will give us the needs that we have, and he will fill those needs. And we need to trust completely in him, not trust in him for 5% of it and ourselves for 90% of it, or 95% of it, or we need to trust him 100% that he's going to provide for every single thing that we have need of. And again, that's not going to be our wants, and we've got to understand the difference between our wants and our needs. He has met needs of people. I mean, he dropped manna from heaven. That to me is amazing. He met their needs, and even when he met their needs, they turned their back on him and built an idol to somebody else, and that breaks my heart, because I feel like we see miracles every day if we will just look around. When I was out, I took Stella for a walk yesterday, and I happened to look down, and there was just a single flower blooming, and it was just a little bitty teeny tiny flower, but I had to take a picture of it, because I'm like, that's a miracle right there. That's a miracle. He created that flower for me to be able to see, and he loves me more than he loves that flower, and how beautiful that flower is. So I must be so much more beautiful to him than that. So it showed me a little bit of, yes, I am beautiful, and yes, I am worthy, and yes, I am his child, and he loves me because I am his, and because I've given myself to him, and I've given my life to him. So in a little while, the wicked will disappear. Though you look for them, they will be gone. And usually, isn't that how it happens? We go through a really, really hard time, and then we turn around, and all of a sudden that hard time is gone, and we're like, where'd it go? Where did it go? Just like the woman that they drug out in front of Jesus, and said she was living with a man that wasn't even her husband, and had been married however many times. And he said, "You without sin, cast the first stone." And then he asked the woman, "Where are your accusers?" So see, that's what he means in this. And they disappear. It disappears. Those who are evil, or those who are wicked, will disappear. He makes a way for us. And we look back on that hard time and we think, well, where are all those people now? Where is that person now that just dogged me and was so rude and so mean to me? Where is that person now? Well, the Lord's taking care of that, and you have walked through that valley as he promised you. He will walk through you always, and he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Those who are gentle and lowly will possess the land, and they will live in prosperous security. That means we live in the security that the Lord has given us because we are his children. He loves us enough to protect us and watch over us and grow us always. So today I pray that you will live in that land of prosperous security, that you will know that you are His and He has you in the palm of His hand, and there's no one, even though their words may pierce your heart, they can't take you away from God. And that is such an amazing thing, that He cares for you so much that He wants that relationship with you, and He wants to walk with you each and every day. So I pray today that you just have an amazing day. It's much cooler today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was a beautiful day. I went home and I blew the leaves out from underneath my carport, and man, my eyes and my nose are paying for it today. My eyes are so itchy, but it was, I just blew out those leaves, and it was kind of nice just to see those piles gone. Although I know now the wind's blowing again today, they will pile back up. But for yesterday, it was nice to see all of those piles gone. Tonight, we will have youth. We'll have the littles in here at 6 and the bigs in here at 7. And they will have a meal. The buses will be running to pick up. If you want to be picked up, please call Brother Mark. Most of you have his number, or you can call the church office, 918-399-5956. Please do so before 4 o'clock so we know that you need to be picked up. So if you have any questions about youth, you can also call me, and I'll try and answer any questions that you have at 918-399-5956. If you'd like to come out and help tonight, we can always use help wrangling the kids and just, making sure everybody's where they need to be, and all of the things are taken care of. I want to thank our sponsors, Dawn and Sheila Ferris, Bob and Gina Biswell, Howard and Janice Clark, Leonard and Debbie Spencer, Gordon and Dee Kennard, the Watkins family, Travis Holloway, and Ted Alicia Crocker, Genesis Home Health, Turnbow Trailers, and Parco Tax and Services. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. You do make a difference in helping us keep this online and keep this live going every single day. And I just praise you and thank you for all that you are doing to help us to increase this. So this Sunday, 9 and 11, normal services. Elders and deacons, just a reminder, we will have our meeting this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. We had canceled it last week because of the impending storm, and then the storm didn't happen. But, better safe than sorry is the statement. And women, we will also be meeting at 6 o'clock right here in the sanctuary to go over our first week of study in our book, Hearing the Voice of God. And if you're like me, that first week stepped on your toes, so I'm really eager to see how the rest of the weeks will go, because it was an eye-opener for me. So I hope you have a great, great Wednesday. I hope to see each and every one of you back here tomorrow. And if you could, share this on your pages so we can continue to spread the word. And if you would, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. So have a great day. Enjoy the cooler weather. Hopefully it does warm up a little bit. I think we might get some rain tomorrow, but enjoy your day and go out and encourage someone today. And remember that the wicked they can't eat you. They may be here to harm you for a little bit, but God will take care of those if you will stand fast in His faithfulness. So have a wonderful day. Hope to see you tomorrow.